Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Grizzlies will look to their home court advantage. Just one game here in Memphis. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They like to change that now.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the two-game season series from last year.
And, you know, they might not be in the same conference, Greg, but as with any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Iman Shumpert is out there with Irving, and it's Mozgov in at the center position. Now, here's Green. A three ball. Can't get it to go. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. It's a three-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Gavin, and Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. Now, here's LeBron. Iman Shumpert unable to get his last shot to go. Back to Love. Second shot opportunity. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Love's got his second bucket tonight.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Gasol. Off the pick. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Gasol's got his first bucket of the night.
And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player.
James against Green. On the wing, Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Cleveland moving the ball around. A three ball. Love, no good.
And thinking back to Love and his numbers last year, we saw the same thing from Bosh when he played with LeBron. Love and Bosh had similar reductions in scoring, but both were still great players, and they both have the ability to adapt and impact the game in other ways. And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
The drive by James, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
Now, here's Green. Off target from outside.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Irving dishes to James. Conley against Irving. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. We're talking about the strength of LeBron now. We saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to the body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
Here is Love. Michael Conley making his last shot. Irving with the ball. He had 22 points in the win against the Bulls in Chicago.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the stripe.
And so here's Memphis following the basket by Kyrie Irving. The dish to Gasol. The baseline J. And it's off the back rim. No good. Cavaliers leading. Outside jumper. Now Irving. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they're bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Now here's Randolph. There's the pick. Green, the screen. Takes the three. Conley's shot is off. Cleveland leading by 3. The drive by LeBron. Mozgov with it. Gasol covering. And Love gets it to go. Memphis has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. The Cavaliers 5th.
You know, a solid three-point game can be the cornerstone of an effective offense. I mean, it adds a little pop and punch to what a team is doing offensively. And last year, this team was not made up of just good three-point shooters. They had great three-point shooters.
The shot is off. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. It's Allen on the wing. Headed by Shumpert. Dishes it to Conley. Shoots from 14. And the shot falls short this time. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Irving attacking. That is good. Irving's got 6.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Here's Allen. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Gasol. Connects on the 17-footer.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 6. It's a pick by Love. The drive by James, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
How about that screen by Love? That was a wall.
Grizzlies have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Here's Allen. The Cavaliers pull it in. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And here is Conley following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Picked by Randolph. Conley into the lane. Passes it to Gasol. Love grabs the board. The Cavaliers leading by 10. James, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Gasol with it. Now guarded by Shumpert. Conley, good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And here is Irving. He's got 9. Got a piece of it. Gasol with the steal. Allen gets to Conley. On the wing, Green really left alone that time. Cleveland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Love the pass to Irving. Back to Love. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Love's got 9.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Now here is Conley. The pass to Gasol. Kicks it to Conley. Just 5 to shoot. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Off the screen. Another miss by Conley.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
Now, here is Irving. Good if it goes. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Cavaliers lead by 8. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And Cavs head coach David Blatt beginning his NBA career after a long and illustrious career coaching over in Europe. He talked about the difference coaching abroad.
There's just a lot more practice time. And when the games come, you're still playing 2, maximum 3 times a week. You know, here you could be playing 4 or 5 times a week, and your practice time is going to be limited, and your ability to change things is going to be limited. You know, adjustments can and will be made and should be made, but you got to be a lot more pointed.
And Blatt, one of the most successful American coaches in European basketball history, Clark, and he's done a great job in his first season with the Cavaliers in the NBA, but nothing he did overseas certainly can compare to this.
And, you know, that's why, Kevin, people always talk about it in terms of being a marathon and not a sprint. There's nothing that compares to the NBA grind. Nothing is comparable to it.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
Something else they've done a good job of tonight, you know, right from the start, is penetrating and scoring.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Nerlens Noel is out there with Mozgov. And it's Williams at the 1. Gasol a screen. There's the pick. Wright dishes to Udrih. Gets the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Smith with it. He's picked up by Lee. Mozgov kicks to Williams. Smith on the wing. There's a screen by Noel. James outside. Passes it to Williams. Again, the miss by Williams. The Grizzlies trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kevin. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Well, LeBron had kind of a slow start to his season, his return to Cleveland last year.
Yeah, he got off to a bit of a slow start. He had some nagging type injuries, but things turned around, and LeBron was eventually able to get the clubhouse atmosphere where he wanted.
And here are the Grizzlies now after LeBron James hitting the 3. Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession.
And let's check out stats for James. Great showing for him last season. 3rd in scoring, 7th in assists, and he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
And you only average top 3 in points if you have a particular mindset that you are the guy destined to bring the bacon home for your squad.
Picked by Mozgov. Smith wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
And that atmosphere that LeBron was after, I mean, he described it as wanting a family-like atmosphere. And to touch on the Cleveland atmosphere, you know, you could see as the season unfolded, it became a big part of what LeBron was able to accomplish in Miami, starting to work itself into that roster.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind